Hey everybody, happy Friday. It's that time. Let's do my wrap up and look at how I'm doing on my hobby goal this year, which was of course to secure the actual Michael Jordan rookie card. If this is your first time checking out, the deal is my buddy gave me a reprint Jordan at the beginning of the year, and I thought to myself, I want a real one. I've never had one. And it would be the most expensive card in my collection. But then I'm like, how can I justify spending that much money when I am the sole provider in my family? It seems wasteful. And then I was like, you know what? I bet I could side hustle this where I can make extra money without actually taking money away from my actual responsibilities. And so I've been doing things like cashbacks and playing games with swag bucks. I've been saving our cashbacks with our credit card usage, and then other little apps and stuff like that. eBay sales, I've sold some stuff on eBay, and I take everything I get from all these little side hustles and I throw them into a dedicated savings account, and that actually earns a little bit of interest too. But we will talk about all that in just a minute. Let's look at some sales and let's figure out how much I need. My goal was $6,000 for the year, and we'll get to that in just a second. So let's look at some sales. These are all the sales from September, or all sales in September. PSA 2 sold on September 15th for $2,400. Now, the PSA 2 sold in August for $2,200, so that's $200 more this month. A 3 sold on September 26th for $2,500. One sold in August for $2,200. So that is a $300 decline, which would be awesome if everything would go down. Because I could use all the help I could get. A PSA 4 on September 17th sold for $2,900. One sold in August for $2,853, so that's about a $50 increase. PSA 5 sold on September 30th for $35.99. One sold in September sold for $35.99. In August, one sold for $34.53, so that's about a $150 increase. PSA 6 sold on September 30th for $3,900. One sold in August for $3,600 for that, so that's a $300 increase. A PSA 7 sold on September 29th for $45.99, and one sold in August for $5,200. So that's actually a $600 decrease this month, or September. A PSA 8 sold on September 29th for $7,500. And one sold in August for $6,808, so it's about a $700 increase. And just for grins, there was a PSA 9 sale sold on 9/25 for $15,750. My wife just walked in. Let me go help her with bags. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Okay, so we've talked about all of the prices for what sold last month versus August. Things are getting a little bit more expensive. Last month, I was a little disheartened because my plan was to save $6,000 for a PSA 8. And I was already like, $6,800 already going on eBay. Maybe I could talk a local seller down. And then, September $7,500. So that is not going in the right direction. It does make me question my strategy a little bit. So at the beginning of the year, my strategy was just to get one. And then I got off to such a good savings goal, or savings cachet, or whatever you want to call it. I was like, oh man, let's go get an 8. I can get $6,000 together in a year and go get an 8. Well, now if it's $7,500, there's no way I'm going to do it. In fact, there's no way I'm going to get $6,000. So let's talk about where I am as of the end of the month. Again, there's going to be a link below if you want to go check out all the apps I'm talking about. And if you wanted to use my referrals, they wouldn't hurt my feelings, but don't feel the need to do it. So here we go. eBay sales. I added a couple $100 last month, so I'm up to $13,1179. Shopkick, I didn't add to it. Let's see. Cashback for credit cards. I'm now up to $1561.23. And then I will always add my caveat. You got to be careful with credit cards. My bank interest is up to $53.77, and that is earning all of 35 cents a day. But we're talking about stacking pennies, right? So rubbing those nickels together, but an extra $53. So that's not bad. I will say that with the Fed lowering interest rates, that will affect my savings interest rates as well. So that will be harder to, or it won't increase as quickly. Let's see. That's really it. I wish I had more awesome things to talk about. But right now I'm at 3707.63. So $3,700. Which means if I was buying a card in September, I could have easily got that PSA 5, which honestly, at the beginning of the year, I've been pumped with. I'm still on pace, I think, to get a 6 or a 7. Definitely a 6. A 7 at $4,600 is a stretch with only 3 months left. Which you never know. Maybe if I hit eBay harder, because I don't feel like I've been doing a very good job at that. Maybe I can do better there. But yeah, I mean, I shouldn't be disappointed if I end the year with a Jordan 5. My original plan was to get something little and then keep adding to the pile and then use it, cash and trade deal, and keep working my way up to a better card. I just got my hopes up. I got my hopes up like, oh man, I'm gonna get an 8 this year. How amazing is that? Because there's a huge difference between an 8 and a 9, as you see. Even last month, an 8 going for $7,500 and a 9 going for almost $16,000, and that's before taxes and stuff. So that's a big bump. So I was like, man, 8. I could do it. So you never know. In the card market is fickle. Christmas time is coming up, and I don't know. I'm sure Mr. 95 Cents knows. I don't know if that Christmas time, because there's an increase for people buying cards for people, increase in sales. Is that increasing the amount of people who are flooding the market as well? So more volume. I don't know, supply demand thing. I don't know if that's gonna how that impacts things, but I'm sure Mr. 95 Cents knows all about that. But that's it. So really, I mean, $3,700 that's not bad. That's not bad. That's 9 months. Yeah, it's $411 a month. That's not terrible. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for hanging out with me for a few minutes. I hope I didn't ramble on too much. Go find yourself a hobby. I mean, you don't. If you would have told me, hey Justin, you need to put together $6,000 to buy a baseball card or a basketball card, I'd be like, you're crazy. I don't have $6,000 to spend on a card. But if you do this, these little things, they add up. It's like I said, stacking nickels. So that's it. I will talk to you later. Bye.
Michael, get it pulled with a fresh shot clock. MJ. Oh, he did it! Michael shakes the finger.